How's it going, TV? It's your boy ZT here, and welcome back to another Tower Fantasy video. Now, in the previous video, I mentioned that I'm going to be going over the dev report for the future plans for Tower Fantasy going forward from 2.4. And if you haven't checked out the previous video where I went over the optimization and improvements that they're planning to do for the game, then you can go and check it out. The link to that will be in the description down below. Now, one of the major things I was told from the last video is I was a bit long and I need to condense it down, so I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time. I'm going to give you my thoughts pretty short and sweet to the point, and hope I don't do this video a little as long as the last one, but let's go ahead and get right into it. Dear Wanderers, greetings. We have received much valuable feedback from Wanderers from the last dev report. We want to thank you for your sincere replies and please have faith in our continuous effort to listen to Wanderers' opinions and optimize and improve the game. Today we will continue to share with you the second part of the dev report of version 2.4 titled Future Planning. In this series we will address the issues that players are most concerned about, such as the limited cache version updates being too frequent, the new world boss freezing, and so on, and give sincere answers to let you know our planning and rationale. Now, the limited cache is updated too often. The limited banner is updated too often. There was no time for us to save up resources and money. We have been looking into this for a while, and we did make corresponding adjustments to improve Wanderer's experience in each version. For example, factoring in the current updated frequency of the limited cache, we've placed more free rewards in for every version for the global version while reducing the gameplay difficulty. Yeah, because let's be completely real, the banners were kind of popping back and really quick, especially when it comes to Flame specifically, because I know when Annabelle dropped, we had literally Cobalt and Annabelle. And then as soon as Cobalt left, Ruby. So like if you were a newer player wanting to get into Flame, having 3 limited banners really basically right out the gate was really gonna hurt you, especially if you've not even explored everything, because it takes some time to fully explore Asperia, the Artificial Island, and for that matter, Vera. When you have currently you have Memoria, Confounding Abyss, Vera itself, the Miasma Swamp, and we're gonna get in the underwater area here in 2.4, so it takes a while, and not everyone has all the time in the world to explore these areas, so you don't have all the currency to summon on all these banners that drop frequently. So it makes you have to pick and choose, which if you're trying to optimize your builds, it makes it very hard to like skip certain banners. Like if you wanted to use like Flame, you would need Annabelle and Ruby. I'm not saying anything bad about Cobalt, but I've not personally used Cobalt in the Flame comp, so I don't know particularly how Cobalt actually functions in retrospect. And for like Aberration, the only character currently available was Lyn, so if you skip Lyn, you don't have Aberration, so you don't get the extra boost that she provides. Same with Frost and Saki Atlas, and such and so forth. So I mean, at least they've been looking into it, but what it says, they're just making adjustments to it, and it doesn't really give a clear idea what they're planning to do. I mean, they're giving more rewards, which is great, but I'm hoping this is not all they're planning for, because it feels like it's a shortcut essentially. They're making a small adjustment, but I'm hoping there's a bigger picture here than we're realizing. The version content is updated too often. The global version's content is updated too often. Basically, the content is going really too quickly, and a lot of people are having a hard time keeping up. In order to allow Wanderers on the global version to experience the latest content and keep the game fresh, we've been catching up with the progress on the CN version. This may have caused some Wanderers to feel that the version update is too hasty, and please accept our deepest apologies for that. We will go over our catch-up progress and future plans here. Starting from the 2.4 version update, the global version will only lag behind the CN version by 2 versions. We will slow down the subsequent version and limited cache update in the future, and it will mirror the pace of the CN server to ensure Wanderers can have enough time to enjoy the unique experience brought by each version. So essentially, when CN is on 2.7, or at that point, until 2.7 will be on 2.5, essentially. So it will at least give us a bit of a gap to work with, which is good. I'll be honest with you, I'm still trying to get all the exploration done in the current areas. So, and the fact that it's an underwater area is going to make things even harder on me, but at least they're giving us a little bit more time. The new area and the new world boss lagging issue. There are serious lags when fighting the world boss after the updates. Eva is a lag fest. I run the game at 60 frames, right? And I won't deny that light frames do drop in certain areas, on like specifically channels 1 and 2. When I go to Eva, unless I have it set to only, like even if I have it set to only seeing 5 other players, it drops my frames from 60 down to 8, 7, sometimes even 3, making it near impossible to fight. Horror was already bad enough, like to the point where you couldn't even use your skills. And at least from what I can tell, that has been adjusted to an extent. Hopefully, what they're saying here will hopefully fix Eva. Even though we have been optimizing the lagging issue of the world boss in Vera again and again, this problem may still occur from time to time due to the geographic location of the widespread wanderers and their complicated network connection or network environment. We are sure there still is room to improve on this problem and will continue to improve Wanderer's experience in the future. As for version 2.4, we've learned from our past experience to optimize some potential problems in advance before its launch, including the targeted optimization of the underwater camera movement, the boss's value, and the problem of exiting battles, etc., to avoid similar issues from the past. Due to the major movement and combat differences between water and on land, Wanderers may experience difficulty in controlling or other problems. We welcome everyone to provide their feedback to the official team, and we will listen to every single one of them to make continuous optimization. So they're immediately mentioning, hey, there is more likely going to be problems, but if you let us know what you're dealing with, and we will do what we can to fix it. It's not now they don't say they're going to make it an immediate fix, but they will look into it and do what they can. Now, it's not the best answer, but at least they're willing to say, hey, we understand this is the problem, and we will do what we can to fix this. The DLSS plugin issue. I never even heard about this. Why does my DLSS memory leak problem persist? The DLSS feature is jointly developed by Tower Fantasy and NVIDIA. To solve this problem, we need to cooperate with NVIDIA to complete the improvement together. Both parties are aware of this issue, but it varies among different computer and GPU models, which causes different in-game experiences. We expect to upgrade the game component within the next 1 or 2 versions to resolve the memory leak problem. To this end, we will now provide the option for everyone to turn off the DLSS by default and turn it back on manually. If anyone encounters problems after enabling the setting, we suggest you keep it disabled until we announce the problem has been fixed officially. Okay, so at least they're giving you a way to stop the problem temporarily until they're able to fully fix it. And as long as, you know, them and TUF and NVIDIA is able to work together and get this fixed by the point, because the one version was so popular, but 2.5, 2.6, we should be able to, hopefully this issue will be resolved. Fingers crossed anyway. The poor social experience. The rules of the sensitive ports are too strict, making fewer and fewer people talk on the World Channel. As for now, we block certain words that involve violent, sexual, and political content in the game. However, due to different usage and habit in different languages, some words might be over-censored. To this end, we will really evaluate the risk level of certain words, and you can also provide us with the words you found to be over-censored. We will keep looking at this issue and make adjustments accordingly. This is it for the version 2.4 dev report. Thank you for reading it. We are fully aware that there are many things that need to be improved in the game, and the suggestion from every wanderer is the biggest force that drives us forward. We mean it. There have been quite a lot of wanderers who established a deep bonding with us along the way, and we truly hope many more wanderers will join us in the future of Tower Fantasy. In the future, we will make sure to listen to everyone's opinions and pay even more attention to polishing the game. We are sure that Tower Fantasy will become a much better game because of the love from our wanderers. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for loving and support. Supporting the Tower Fantasy. We will meet again. Sincerely, the Tower Fantasy team. Now, immediately when I literally look over the comments, you didn't read our Twitter comments. Clearly, server merges. They didn't like. Here's the thing: they are mentioning what the future plans in here is in this post, but never does a company list everything. They gotta keep some things on their wraps. It's just because they didn't mention about the server merges doesn't mean they're not gonna do it or they're not listening. Now, I'm actually gonna look at it on the Tower Fantasy website just to make sure there's nothing extra that I just missed. Is there anything anything? Okay, no, it's just all the same stuff. I ignore that, and that's what I was looking at earlier. Please clear my doubts. Global is known to be nerfed in everything compared to CN, with nerfs going from 12 to 1 to 20%. Now comes the question why nerf the 2.4 boss matrices when the global damage is already low. A matrix multiplying low damage is already low now with a 40% nerf. Okay. I'm not gonna go too deep to give my opinion on this too heavily, but I've literally mentioned this. If you guys want to go check out my Let's Talk Sakifu video, you can. They're like, it's not nerfs, it's balancing. Characters are getting a balance from CN. Now I will say yes, Fenrir is very strong, but she's not broken. That's the thing. She's not broken. She's not a required weapon to beat content. My alt account doesn't have Fenrir, and I do just fine. Not everyone needs Fenrir. Fenrir is a good character to have, and will help your account extensively. But she's not required. If the character was fully broken and unable to do a lot, then was able to basically put the game on easy mode, then I can understand. Hey, the character's broken, but she's not. But I don't want to go too much in depth with that. If you guys want to see a video talking about the balancing, the nerfs, and the all that stuff related to Tower Fantasy, let me know and I'll work on that. Is there any other details that we have? I think that was the only thing they did, and this was 9 hours ago. I literally saw when it dropped at like 2 p.m. my time. I was planning to record it then, but we had some company, so I was unable to record at that particular moment. I don't think they've had anything on their YouTube. Let me just double check. I can tell you, I show you. They have not added anything new on here. Oh, they have had the data from Zero, which I need to actually have a look at that. Okay. Well, in all honesty, there's not a whole lot going on. Let's be real. This was a lot shorter than what's this? What is this? I didn't see this. Dear Wanderers, we thank you for your comments, and we've also acknowledged the current server situation. We will implement server merges during the 2.4, and detailed schedule will be announced in our official accounts. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Immediately, okay, okay. So immediately, I want to come on the major comments on this. If I look at it right here, you didn't read our Twitter comments early server merges, but again, in the same instance, you didn't go back to the post because they literally did this 15 hours ago, like from the initial post, and literally, hey, saying we're going to add this in 2.4. It's like they are listening. Most game companies, when they do this, don't listen to your community. Tower Fantasy is actively listening to what we're saying and what we want. They can't now. They aren't going to drop everything at once. It takes time to fix a lot of these things, but they have acknowledged that server merges is what we want, and it's going to happen during 2.4, and we'll probably getting some information within the next couple of weeks, I would assume. So give the company time to to respond, to look into the problems, look into what you're working for, because they're not going to be able to give you an answer within 5 seconds if you post and asking it, because they probably don't have the answer right away, or they're not confident in what they have currently, and they want to make sure they're giving you the best possible response. Now, I'm not Tower Fantasy. I'm not working for them, so I don't know what exactly how their processes work or anything like that. But you got to be a little bit more open-minded when companies like this, because they're not right next to you in person. You can't just pick their brain the minute something goes wrong. It's not like that. But I am kind of glad personally that they are, like, I even had some issues with this in my last video when I went over this, that this was a problem. Like, we don't need new servers, we need server merges. I even explain, I even emphasize this, and I'm glad that they're actually saying, hey, we're going to add this in 2.4, so we're going to get merges in this next update. As far as when, we'll find out soon. I would probably within the next couple weeks. But keep in mind, I'm not Tower Fantasy. I don't know when we're gonna get the information. Just whenever we get it, I will update you guys. And I will go ahead and quickly say I apologize if I'm talking rather fast. It is late. I'm trying to get this out for you guys. So, but yeah, that's really all there is currently for Tower Fantasy. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know in the comment section below. Are you hyped for 2.4? And what are the problems you have with Tower Fantasy right now? What are you personally experiencing that they didn't go over here in the dev note? And let me know. And I'm not part of the content creator club. I'm not. I would like to be, but I'm not a part of that. But if you guys bring up some issues, I might make a video going over it, giving my thoughts on it, and maybe Tower Fantasy might see it and they might implement it or something like that. So let me know what y'all have, and then let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new, and ring the bell so you get notified of any all future uploads. But with that, I'm gonna get out of here. Get this video up for you guys. It should be up. By the time I'm recording, this is recording on the 25th. It should be up for you guys. This is the night before, so yeah. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.